Everybody turn on notifications. All notifications. So we have done it. We have done it again, Johnson. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Who was I got a couple stories, man. Tonight's title is the I was like, let me try to just do some alliteration. Let me just rhyme, say a bunch of F words. None of them being the F bomb. Freaky Friday Frenzy. The Freaky Friday Frenzy. I don't know, man. I couldn't think of another F word. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what am I call this? So yeah, but some of this content is a little freaky. Some of it is a little frenzy. And it is Friday, so it works, man. It's working. It's gonna work as well. It's gonna work its way out, family. So what's going on with you guys? You guys okay? I mean, what's happening? Am I missing anything? Remember, you can always send me news stories at tim@timblacktv.com. Send it over my way. That helps. Also, guys, hit the like button if you're watching, wherever you're watching. Hit the like button. If you're on X, retweet it. Let people know about the show, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Share it with people. Retweet this thing. Get it out there to the masses, man. Let them know what's happening, man. They don't know, man. They watching MSNBC and stuff. Man, come on, man. We can't have them going out like that. They all on CBS. Come on, man. We can't let our people do that. We got to put them up on game. Can't have our people out here getting propagandized. Got to give them the deal. Tim Black Show. So, don't forget you can go get my free ebooks. Ebooks are free. Well, these two are. You can go pick up my ebook. I got one on Kamala. Kamala, 8reasons.com. 8 reasons why she was going to lose. Put that out before she lost. By the way. Yeah. Also, presidentialimpact.com. I didn't know what Trump was going to do, but I knew what he had the power to do. Presidentialimpact.com is a website. You go there, you get my ebook, right? Check it out. I put this ebook out because I wanted people to know that Biden could do a lot more than he was doing. Because I kept hearing people like Roland Martin, Joy Ann Reid, Al Sharpton, Clyburn. I saw these like Democratic Party whisperers, right, making excuses for why Biden wasn't doing certain things. Right? That's what I kept seeing. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some research. And I went and looked at all the ways that other presidents before Biden had got things done. And I put it in an ebook. The ways that presidents got things done without going through Congress. Congress is just one way to get things done. There are other ways that other presidents throughout history have got things done. But see, the Democrats like to do this. Nothing. Yeah, they like to do nothing. They like to get elected. And then when they get elected, they like to do nothing. And what they do is they send out their people like D.L. Hughley, Luke Campbell, and Ricky Smiley, and Steve Harvey, and The View, and, you know, Taraji P. Henson, and, you know, Pam. What's up, Pam? Send him out, you know, to get people to be distracted, to ignore reality. You know what I'm saying? It's sent out Jasmine Crockett and the crew to lie to everybody, tell everybody that Joe really would love to do things, but he can't because Congress sucks. So I put the ebook out. Go to presidentialimpact.com, get your ebook. You'll see the date it was put out. You'll see it was put out before Trump was put out, before Trump got back in the White House. In fact, I did that almost a year ago. Yeah. I just want people to know that Biden didn't do things because Biden didn't want to do them. That's all it was. Now we know he didn't do things because he probably forgot he was president. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably forgot what day it was. It's like, am I supposed to be running something? Can't quite recall what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Joe, put on some pants. Yeah, man. Still too hot. So we do what we do on the weekend, man. I hope people got plans or not. Maybe not. No, maybe no plans. Gosh. You know what, guys? Yeah, I'm gonna give you some advice, man, and do with it as you will. I thought I'd share this with you. If you can help it, don't get old. Yeah, if you can avoid that, yeah, good idea to just skip it. Because you get pains, places you forgot, you didn't even know you had. And you got to go get checkups and get blood drawn and worry about pressures and, worry about counts. And, man, I just remember not giving it. So, yeah, man, if you can avoid, if you can avoid worrying about, what I'm saying, avoid getting older, I would suggest it. Just stop at 38. Stop at 38. You know what I'm saying? Like 42. Be done. You know what I'm saying? Just quit. Like, I quit. No more counting. Don't get any older than 42, 43, something like that. Where we at, people? Y'all want to do some news? Y'all want to do some news? I don't know, man. Hey, we don't have to. We can do some dozens. What's up, Tay Diggs? What's up, family? For my informal membership. My fam. What's up, Tay? Because we could just talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to run clips. I don't have to do it. Sherry Covington with a sticker coming through. Thank you, Sherry. See, if I don't catch them, I'll never see them, man. This, I don't like what they did, man. I don't know. I think the upgrades that make things better on the YouTube side, I don't think StreamYard has caught up yet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay, guys. We're going here to do some content, man. Let's get into it because it's going to be interesting. First of all, the Democratic Party, man, they're trying to do everything they can do to pretend like they want to try to win something. Like they want to fight back during the midterms. Fight like this. They hold their guards like this. Come on. You know how the Republicans just hit you unorthodox. Hit you with that Mike Epps joint. All in the eye. I push one eye to the other eye. That would look crazy. I don't think that's possible. Because if it was possible, Mike Tyson would have did it to somebody. So the Democrats, they are trying to look as if they want to win something. And part of the way they're going to do that is they're going to drop $20 million to learn how to talk to white guys. Yeah, they want to try to. They tired of getting their butts kicked when it comes to white guys. So they want to do something about it. Check this out, y'all. Let's get into it. Say this, man. We'll keep watching this, and we'll be ready to shoot ourselves in the foot, Plaxico Burress style. Man, I kind of like the first lady who said, yo, it's not about reverse engineering saying, hey, how do we get a vote and then work our way back from, oh, if we get a vote, if we say this and say this that way. I think that's the wrong approach. Let's be plain though, Josh. And part of what the Democrats do, or what most politicians do, man, is just throw money at their friends. And they go to other organizations and get them to tell them stuff they already know and say things, you know. They get more people in the bubble to do more things in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get their friends that live in a bubble who making money starting these organizations to do more bubble-like things. And I don't know, they're not really activists, they're not really people engaged with the communities like that. They're just people that got a contract. They end up getting a contract with the Democratic Party, and then they don't want to tell the Democrats really anything. If they tell the Democrats something that Democrats don't want to hear, they don't use it anyway. Get what I'm saying? Like, there have been people that I've met, people that I've talked to, videos I've watched, and people that have worked with the DNC trying to get them to change things. And they just ignore you because they don't really want to change anything. You get what I'm saying? So, hiring consultants is not going to do it. I like the idea of actually having policies that make people interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, the policies are going to be what's going to drive you. That's why you join a party. You don't join a party because they said nice things. You join a party because they're going to do the right thing. At least I hope, if we raise the IQ, hope that we have some high IQ voters out there who are waking up more and more and more each day. In my opinion, that's really what the problems the Democrats have, is that so much crap has gone on that people couldn't help but pay attention. I mean, after the pandemic, people start paying attention to things. That woke people up. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, Joe Biden got more votes than Obama. I don't know how that happened. So I think that woke a lot of people up. So yeah, I like what she said about that. Yeah, conference center. People need to go where people are. They say that. Yeah, people always say they go to the barbershop. Yeah, there's a lot of other places beside the barbershop. In fact, when I had a conversation with Shamichael Singleton on the show, we talked for about 2 hours. It's on the channel. And that's one thing we were talking about, how, you know, this talk about barbershops kind of played out, man. That's what people always say. Yeah, go to the gun range. Go to the car club. Go to the bike club. Go to the Little League. Go to everywhere. Go where people are. You know, work with actual grassroots people. But see, all this to me is wasted breath, because the Democrats are going to do what the big money people tell them to do. That's the problem. And they have not been. The Tea Party took a baseball bat to the Republican Party. That's what happened. And unless there's some type of insurgent activity, outsiders of people going against the grain, and they're able to take a baseball bat to the Democrats, they ain't going to change a damn thing. Unless all the donors leave, all their billionaires leave. And this is something I've been telling people. I know you think that Elon Musk is the Antichrist. He has all this money and gave all this money to Republicans. Kamala had spent more money than Trump. It wasn't just the money. She had more money, just like Hillary had more money. You keep listening to Democrats lie to you, and I'm tired of you letting them get away. More billionaires gave to Kamala than billionaires gave to Trump. Okay? So it's not money. You think that those Democrats are better people, but the policies, most Americans do not agree with their policies. That's really what it is. Let's keep going.
These guys, thank you.
They're going to lose again in 2026. They're going to lose in 2028. Now I see. That's the dumbest. Like, there's some dumb things to do. There are some dumb things to do. One of them would be to insult the people that you want to vote for you. Because this moron said so. And then to clap about it. Stop being sexist, man. Just stop. Even if you thought that was true, which is a lazy way to do it. Couldn't have been the policies, couldn't have been the money spent on Megan Thee Stallion and Oprah Winfrey and Bradley Cooper and Celine. That's Celine Dion. She don't even. It could have been all the trivial BS. Could it have been the policies were non-existent? It was like, vote for me. I'm brown and I got a uterus. I know I didn't get any votes in 2020, and I know I've been absent since then, basically, and I know I haven't actually done anything, but my name is Kamala Harris, and that should be enough for you to vote for me because you're a good person, because you're going to vote for me and make me the first Indian, Jamaican president. Don't you want to do that even though I got word salad falling out of my ears? Don't you want to do that? Let me go get Uncle Fester, the creepy uncle from under the stairs, to be my running mate. Because he's the only person I think won't upstage me when I make him my running mate. Nobody thought Tim Walz was killing it. So yeah, man, this is ridiculous. And of course, all Joy Behar, her big advice is, tell men to stop being men. Be more like women. Dumb, 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 dumb. All right. That's what I say, man. Hey, it don't bother me. I think the Democratic Party put a fork in them. They're done, Johnson. So it don't bother me if they ever win again. It doesn't bother me. We need more parties. Bring on the Green Party. Bring on the Blue Party. Bring on the Orange Party. Bring on the Justice and Peace Party. Bring on the Workers and Families Party. Bring on every party. I'm happy to open up the floodgates and bring in more parties. We don't need the Democrats. Hey, man, at some point the Whig Party died. Maybe it's how the Democrats died. Sometime dead is better. So they don't want to change. Ah! Ah! Ow! Ow! Elder abuse. Ouch. I love it, man. Bam! Punched her right in the kisser. That was a good dig. Yeah. Trump took some Biden voters. It's always that way. They say everybody's racist who didn't vote for whoever or sexist or something. But these people voted for, look, there are people that voted for Obama who ain't voted for Trump. They didn't vote for Kamala. Kamala didn't sell him or anything. It was just horrible. It was just horrible. And she's lucky. She is lucky. Black women hanging and hugging with her. Or she'd have been embarrassed. But here's the thing no one's saying. Here's the thing, Johnson. And Michael told me this, and I had never considered it. But I got to give him props on this. Kamala Harris got a lot more votes than Hillary Clinton. No one talks about it. Everybody complains that she lost. She got a lot, millions upon millions more votes than Hillary Clinton did. Just because she didn't win, so only could be one winner, Johnson. But she got more votes than Hillary. So, I got caught up in the fact she got, Trump did better votes with Latinos, Asians, young people. Like he increased that black folks, black men particularly. I got kind of hung up on that part, the fact that, so I didn't really pay much attention to who voted for Kamala, but her actual numbers are better than Hillary. So yeah, something you won't hear them talk about because it doesn't fit the narrative. They like Kamala more than they like Hillary. Is there a difference in Kamala and Hillary? Yes, I think there is. Kamala was happier. She smiled more. She was less off-putting than Hillary. Right? Right? Can we admit that? That Kamala seemed like a more fun person to be around, even if she locks up black people? You know, even if she did do shit with the border, she just seems like more fun. You know, she was with Willie Brown and Montel. Who was Hillary with? Just Bill. See, if she would have, you know, dated some black people, maybe we would have. Hey, let's keep going, Josh. Let's keep going. This is the case. Why don't you talk to your people about why the hell would they pull up Pete Buttigieg? Like, I keep hearing people say Pete Buttigieg is the future of the Democratic Party. You guys are not serious, man. You're just not. If you think Pete Buttigieg is like relatable. And I also like to point out, because I'm cold-blooded like this, I noticed no one mentions Jasmine Crockett. Nah, see, and this is what I was trying to say. And I know how it is. I criticize Jasmine Crockett because she's full of it. She's full of it. She keep on using her blackness, her black skin. Meanwhile, she in a heavily Latino district. And that's who she primarily, her policies affect. That's why she talks so much about open borders and migrants. Because it's more Latinos she got to get votes from than black people. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. But then when she want to show her ass, she try to act like it's all about black people. That's only a symbolism. We don't need symbolism. We need solutions. Yeah, that's a bar. That's a bar, son. I've been saying this for a while. I'm going to say it. I'm trying to get people to get it. Someone tells Jasmine Crockett that Tim Black said, look what they doing to you. They're setting you up. They're setting you up the same way they did Fonnie Willis, the same way they did Jessica whatever. What's it, Jessica whatever? Down there in New York, Attorney General. The same way they did Alvin Barr, Bragg, whatever his name is. You know, they setting you up to be a fool. And at the end of the day, you know what you're going to get for it? You're not going to get anything. You're not going to get looked at as presidential material or even vice presidential material. You're not even in the conversation, sister. You are just a clown to them. Wake up. They got you dumbing down everything you do to be a spectacle. And when they want a leader, they're not going to pick you. They are using you. And of course, you're using them. I get that part. But I'm saying isn't it still a slap in the face that they don't even throw you a bone and be like, yo, what about Jasmine Crockett when they're talking about AOC? Huh? All right, let's keep going, Josh. Hey, man. Hey, don't say I never did that for you. Don't say my heart's not in the right place. Reverse course now. All right. Ain't that I can do, man. Look, I give advice. You ain't got to listen. Free country and all. It's like talk down to black people and tell them to put their pants up. Shit like that. Yeah, Barack Obama's the last person you need to be saying that about. Like, you know what? They don't want to win. They don't want to win. I mean, how tone deaf can you be? Just start claiming. They only say that because Obama's brown skin. His father's African, his mother's white. People forget his mom was white. He wasn't even raised by his dad. He saw his dad like 3 times. You know, I keep saying he's blacky, 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 blacky. He's whitey, 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 whitey. That's what he is. That's how he governed. That's how he governed. Real talk, real talk, real talk. Yeah, man. Whatever, dog. Whatever. Look. Is it going to work for the Democrats to just come out and talk better? It's going to help around the edges, maybe, with the gullibles. But the couch is comfortable. You are competing against the couch. That's another thing people don't realize. You're not just competing against who's ever on the Republican side. You have to make people feel like it's even worth getting up off their ass to come to contribute to your campaign or to vote. And Democrats haven't been able to do either one lately. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I keep saying, if it wasn't for those write-in ballots in 2020, Trump would have did his 2 terms and been out. The only reason why Trump lost the second time is because of those write-in ballots. That's all it was. Yeah, because it's different than having to get off your ass and go down there and vote. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, man. It is what it is. Like I said, look, I'm not trying to get you to become a Republican. I want you to become an independent voter, and an independent voter and an independent thinker, a person that makes up their mind about who they support, what they support, and why. It goes what's best for their community and what's best for their family. This is how everybody else votes. But black people have had to vote so defensively because, like Biden said, they're trying to put you back in chains. The Democrats hang this cloud over the heads of black people and tell them that the Republicans are going to bring back slavery. You know what Cory Booker did when he was mayor of Newark? He did the same thing Giuliani did. He started Stop and Frisk Up. Did the same thing. He governed like a white guy, but he talked and looked like a half-white guy, right? Stop letting people scare you into voting for them. Let's be like the Asians and vote what's best for us. Let's vote like Latinos and vote for what we think is best for us. And then if they're not, if they lie to you, they fooled you, then punish them, get them out of office, fund their opposition, and get them out of there. So I'm not trying to get you to become a Republican. Never. I'm not pushing you to do that. I'm pushing you to become independent and let the best deal carry the day. That's how it's supposed to work. And if we ain't working like that, if we don't realize that sellouts come in all shapes, sizes, colors, genders, orientations, that we are, and parties, we are losers. All right, that's it. I'm going to get off my soapbox. Keep it moving, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Tim Black Show. Where are we at here? I got a couple things, man. Let's go to this, man. This is, when we're talking about things, we talk about votes, we talk about coalitions. I hear it all the time. Tim Black, you're so divisive. I don't hear it as much anymore because I got, kind of like it took 2.5 years to rebuild my audience. I did something people say you can't do. Is rebuild your audience and then turn it around and add another 50,000 people. Yeah, and people say you can't do that. I did it. I didn't get help. I didn't get a boost on major platforms. I didn't get help. I wasn't able to go on bigger platforms to grow an audience. Nobody threw me a bone. Nobody helped me. I did it with my content. That's slow as hell. I do not advise it. It takes forever. But if you got guts, you can do it. Here's the reason why I brought that up. People used to say, Tim Black, you're being divisive because you're talking about black people stuff. It was divisive as a progressive to talk about black issues. They wanted me to talk about money and working class people. And I do talk about working class people, but I also talk about black people specifically because I know this is America and I got to talk directly to my people. That's the only way it works. Here's the deal, Johnson. There is no black and brown coalition. Tim Black, darn it, Tim. Why are you doing this? I am telling the truth. It's not racist. There's no black-brown coalition. These people come from countries that think black people are horrible. There, I said it. Let's prove our point, Tim Black. What the hell, Johnson? Here goes the video of a young man doing just that.
A lot of people don't understand when I say that Mexicans are culturally racist. They think that I'm calling us openly racist. We are culturally racist, and this is how. Part of our culture is to frown upon dark-skinned people. It's been passed down to us by the Spaniards, by our colonizers, by the people that conquered us, taught us that dark skin is inferior, light skin is superior, and things of that nature. We were taught that. It was passed down to us, meaning it's part of our culture. We are culturally racist in this aspect. That doesn't mean I go out in the streets and want to hurt black people because they're black.
Right.
It means that our teachings, the way we're raised, is that we are raised to subconsciously believe that dark skin is inferior and light skin is superior. My grandmother was visiting one day from Mexico. She's never lived in the United States. She has no idea what life is out here. When she comes for a couple of weeks. Doesn't really go out. She just comes to visit the family and then leaves, typically. That's how it works. So, another element in our Mexican culture is Univision News, or the Univision channel. That channel is run by white Latinos. The ideologies and subliminal teachings that they teach is very similar to Fox News. White supremacist-ish. They make efforts to depict dark-skinned people as criminals, meaning that whenever they even bother depicting or sharing news about dark-skinned people, black people, is when they do something wrong, when they commit a crime, a murder, etc. But yet, when they want to mention anything that has to do with light-skinned people, specifically white people, is to depict them as them doing good deeds around the world, feeding the homeless, etc. You get it.
Yeah.
Univision News is part of our culture. It's in our everyday lives. Not mine, but culturally as a whole. It's a part of our culture. We're raised on Univision News. So with that said, to prove my point that we're culturally racist and to give an example of how we're culturally racist, one of those times that my grandmother came to visit, she came to my aunt's house. We went to visit her over there. She was watching Univision News. We were all hanging around there. As she was watching the news in the living room, something came on where they depicted a black American committing a crime, which is the only time they'll bring up black people is if they're committing a crime. They will never show a black person doing anything right, anything good. You know, similar to Fox News. Similar to Fox. Unless the black person is an Uncle Tom. That's the only time that they'll depict an individual dark-skinned person, specifically in this case a black person, as a good one. Oh, the only reason why he's good or she's good is because she believes in our ideologies. Things of that nature, right? She's watching this, and all of a sudden, after they showed a black person committing this crime on the news, the footage, she turned around and looked at us and said, "Oye, estos negros solo estorban, ¿verdad?" Now, translated in English, "Hey, these black folks, all they do is get in the way, huh?" Now, here's the interesting part. She's never met a black person in her life. She's never even interacted with a black American in her life. She has no idea what it's like to have a black friend, a black anything. Because when she comes to this country, she only comes to visit us and then goes back home. She has no idea what it's like to interact with a black person, but yet she already has an opinion about black people as a whole. Why? Because part of our culture, in this particular case, Univision News, since we were children, all the way to teen and adulthood, we have been subliminally taught the blacks are bad criminals, etc. And whites are good, decent, giving, saviors, etc. That is how we are culturally racist.
Man, I love this breakdown. Give it up for this brother, man. Give it up for this brother. I'm going to put down in the description, I'm sure this is going to be a separate video, how to get to him. I don't know why they took the mark off of his video, because I definitely want you to go visit him. This video is one of the most honest takes I've seen on race in black and brown, what's really going on, man. It's got nothing to do with us. This is the way that we are depicted in the media, so that's what they think of us. His grandmother never met a black person, never shook a black person's hand, never talked to a black person, never had one cut him off in traffic, never had one disrespect him, no one's ever punched her. Okay? It's just what they get. And what he says, all of the media will show black people. The only time they show black people is negative. Sort of like X, Twitter X. That's pretty much all they do. There are accounts all over Twitter. All they do is show negative content about black people. Unless it's Jason Whitlock or Candace Owens, the conservative twins. Black conservative perspective. That's the only time they show black people, is if they're the black people that they co-sign as far as, their ideology. Exactly. This guy is so right on point. So here's the reason why I wanted to show, not just because it's real, it's honest, and I want to share truth bombs that people will believe coming out of their mouth. For some reason, there are people, if I say this, they won't even believe it because it's coming out of a black person's mouth. It's got to come out of somebody lighter skin for them to even give it any type of acknowledgement, to weigh it at all. Because they're programmed. That's it. The programming supersedes anything I'm going to say. Preconceived notions. But the other reason why I wanted people to see it is because when I'm advocating for black people, I'm up this joint pushing for black people. Because these preconceived notions, they have a lot to do with where we are right now in this country. Okay? I want people to truly understand why it's important that we advocate for black Americans. Because I got people that are friends of the show who don't really get it, I don't think. So because they program, man, and don't get it twisted, black people program too. We grew up in the same country, get the same information. We watched, when I was coming up on TV, all you saw was white people playing heroic roles. And when we saw a black person, most of the time, until like the Bill Cosby Show, Living Single, Different Strokes, until that era came up, the Jeffersons, Sanford Son, until that era came up, and I was a kid when those shows came out. But I was, I think, 10, 12, I don't know. When Cosby Show, I forget when Cosby Show came out. But think about all the black people that lived through exploitation films, or hardly any black people on TV at all. I remember Charlie Murphy used to say, when Eddie wanted to be on TV, it was like one black guy on TV. That's it. And somehow, some way, Eddie Murphy decided he was going to be on that thing, that TV. They looked at him like he was crazy. So all I'm saying is, we're up against a humongous media machine that perpetuates a certain type of stereotypes about black people that all people buy into. But I also want to put out to some of my people that love right now, I'm seeing a lot of people buying into this thing that white people are victims and Black Americans are doing too much. They call it Black fatigue. Yo, that's because you keep seeing that stuff. You should be saying media fatigue. That's what you should do. That's what they should do. You should, as a person in this media game, I'm trying to tell you, you could go find every day. You could record. You could, if you wanted to, you could find negative content about any color of people. I just don't do it. You know how many videos I could pull up of white people doing crazy shit? Things that will make you go, damn, what's wrong? I could just run that all day. That is called hate farming. There's another word for it. I forget what it is, but we're going to get to it a little bit later. So I appreciate this man taking time out. That brother took time out, broke it down, explained it. It doesn't mean you should hate anybody, right? Those people are being misinformed in giving racist ideas about an entire race of people. That's racism, pure point blank. That's exactly what racism is, right? That doesn't mean they don't deserve dignity. It doesn't mean they don't deserve to be treated like human beings. Doesn't mean they don't have human rights. But it does mean that when I'm advocating for Black people, I ain't going to listen to what they say about me. Half of them would say it no matter what I did, unless I'm supporting them. And that's what I realized. And that's what I said, time to go. Time to go do Tim Black. Because I realized the moment I was no longer doing what they wanted me to do, all the racism came out. Because they were treating me like Jason Whitlock. They were treating me like Candace Owens. They tolerated me. They may even like me, but I was a tool. I didn't think I was. But the truest test if you're a tool is stop doing what they want you to do. Do what you want to do and just go your way. You don't do it to prove anything to anybody. Just do you, totally embrace it, and then see how people treat you. Then see how many people hit you up on the phone. Then see who invites you over. Then see who wants you to come do a comedy tour. Then see who wants to come on your channel. Then see who rocks with you. Then see how many friends you got. And that's when I realized, then look at your subscriber count. Then look at your video views. Then look at who hollers at you. Then look who hits you up and says, I'm sorry for your loss. I had people that I had known for like almost a decade, dog. When my father and my daughter died, they didn't even contact me. They didn't even say, damn, dog, sorry to hear that. Nothing. Nothing. You could say they didn't know if that makes you feel better. Black America. Till the wheels fall off. Till the wheels fall off. Till the wheels fall off. All right, y'all. Get up for that. Get up for that brother, man. That brother, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Honesty is a good thing. Good thing. Yep. Oh, Tim Black, you the best. You there. I said, well, you know what? I think that Black people, we need to tap down on this immigration because Black people get hurt by it. Oh, that's it. Done. I thought we was cool. I thought we was friends. Obviously, I was looking out for your people. So looking out for my people, my son, my daughters, my nephews, my aunts, my neighbors. Now, no. Oh, okay. That's really what's up. All right, guys. Now let's move it. Let's move it, Tim. Let's move. I tell you. I don't even know what this is. I think I do, but let's find out together. Shit.
Rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over. Hi, everyone.
What the hell?
Making so much.
Okay, I know what this is. Okay, guys, they are really mad at Elon. They hate him. That ain't news. You know they can't stand him, right? You already know they can't stand Elon Musk. But they are coming for this guy hard, man. I'm trying to tell you, they are serious. They are pissed. Trump need to pardon Elon right now. Trump, if that's your boy, don't be worried about getting no Africans. Don't get no Africans no asylum. You better pardon Elon right now. Can they reverse a pardon? I don't think they can. You better pardon Elon now, because if Trump slips and falls or anything, they're gonna lock Elon up and give his money, give all his stuff away. Then we're giving Teslas away. Look, guys, here it is. Here goes the coverage. They say Elon is a big time junkie, and then and that's why he did all the stuff he did. Check this out.
Hi, everyone. I'm not just.
That while campaigning with Donald on the campaign of Elon. Next story.
MAGA.
This next story could explain some things, maybe. That was just one of the many chaotic moments, performative moments of Elon Musk's time alongside Donald Trump on the campaign trail in 2024. Now, some truly shocking new reporting by the New York Times finds that while campaigning with Donald Trump last year, Elon Musk engaged in drug consumption that, quote, went well beyond occasional use, to the point where it began to have a physical impact on him. New York Times reports this, quote, as Elon Musk became one of Donald Trump's closest allies last year, leading raucous rallies and donating about $275 million to help him win the presidency, he was also using drugs far more intensely than previously known. That's according to people familiar with his activities. Musk's drug consumption went well beyond occasional use. He told people he was taking so much ketamine, a powerful anesthetic, that it was affecting his bladder, the known effect of chronic use. He took ecstasy and psychedelic mushrooms, and he traveled with a daily medication box that held about 20 pills, including ones with the markings of the stimulant Adderall. That's according to a photo of the box and people who have seen it. Musk has said that he was prescribed ketamine to treat depression, taking it approximately every 2 weeks. He told his biographer this, quote, I really don't like doing illegal drugs. However, the Times reports this, quote, Musk had been using ketamine often, sometimes daily, and mixing it with other drugs, according to people familiar with his consumption. The line between medical use and recreation was blurry, troubling some people close to him. The New York Times notes that it is unclear whether he continued to take drugs when he began working at the White House. Elon Musk's time in the administration was defined by the massive cuts he made to the federal workforce, which have frequently been challenged in courts and often blocked, as well as reported interpersonal clashes with senior cabinet members, including trade advisor Peter Navarro, who he called a, quote, moron and, quote, dumber than a sack of bricks, end quote. In the Oval Office today, Elon Musk lashed out at the New York Times without answering questions about the substance of its reporting. NBC News has not been able to independently verify the Times reporting. The White House and Elon Musk did not respond to requests for comment.
Okay, so hold on. So basically what she's saying is they got no proof of anything that they said. They got a bunch of anonymous sources that they will not divulge to tell you who these people are. So there's no way to even tell what they're saying is even true. And Elon Musk is denying that it's true. So basically everything she said, take it with a big ass bucket of salt. I mean, Democrats wouldn't have any reason not to like Elon. I'm sure they're just being upstanding generalists, right? Why would they be upset with him? I'm just joking, right? You know they can't stand this guy. They hate this guy. Ketamine is a sedative. It makes you calm. It don't make you cut people's federal jobs. Ketamine does not, like I don't get it. I mean, I get it. It's the smear campaign. Democrats may be out of power politically, but they got the media still at their hand. It's still at the ready. Got the media right there with the ready, and they're willing to run. This is the same lady that mocked the kid who survived brain cancer and was like, well, yeah, it's nice that Trump gave you a shout out at the State of the Union, but good thing you didn't need research done on your brain because Trump will make you die if it. What? That's what she said after the kid who beat brain cancer twice. That's what you. And she still got a job. She still got a job. It's funny. It's not funny. If I was Don Lemon, I'd be like, damn, all I did was say that what's her face was too old to run. That's all I said. She wasn't cute. Whatever Don Lemon said, not that I'm caping for him or anything. I'm just saying, like, Nicole Wallace is a horrible individual. But didn't affect her at all. Anyway, the point is this. Back to the point. Elon Musk. Look, don't get me twisted. I don't feel sorry for Elon Musk. Elon Musk got enough money, he literally could go buy a planet. Because he could probably get to one that we can't get to on his spaceship. And just be like, no, just gone. That's it. Be out. So they say never feel sorry for somebody who could buy their own plane. This guy got a spaceship. So there's no way I'm going to feel sorry for him. All I'm saying is, if the richest man, damn it, Johnson, if the richest man in the world is not safe from the Democrats, I mean, you would think this guy had like a DUI. I could see if he did something that made them say, hey, we need to look at his drug use. Like Daniel Penny chokes out. Daniel Penny chokes out an unarmed homeless man on the train and he dies. And no one looks into his drug use. Elon Musk cuts some federal jobs, doesn't choke anybody out and kill him. Doesn't have a DWI, doesn't hold up a plane, doesn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? This got on the wrong side of the Democrats, and now they're doing an expose, New York Times in the expose on how much drugs he does when he hasn't done anything. Like the Kennedys killed somebody. Literally killed someone. And all I'm pointing out is that Democrats are dangerous, man. They are dangerous because they're people, the people that follow, they'll believe anything. These things that I'm saying, I was pointing out some obvious hypocrisies about this whole thing. And they were like, I never considered it. I know you didn't because you're a Democrat. You would never consider that you are rocking with the bad guys. I'm not rocking with any of the guys. But you are rocking with the bad guys. Once again, all he did was not be likable to you. And you look at his drug use preemptively when he hasn't done anything that would warrant you looking into it like a crime. Y'all don't find that a problem? See, so earlier the View was saying how the Democrats are going to spend $20 million to try to figure out how to talk to men. One way to talk to them, one thing you can do, you got nothing to do with talk. But if you want to be more appealing to anybody who's not a Democratic butt kisser, you need to stop this shit. Because investigating people just because you don't like them, yeah, that's what you always do. That's what they always do. Never change. Democrats never change. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this. This is not about saving Elon Musk. He don't need saving. He got billions of dollars. He could just he will never spend all his money. This is just saying, if he ain't safe, I mean, there are people that have worked for Biden. I don't even know who they were. They get no publicity. I don't know anything. I don't know the people that were running the government while Biden was president, because he wasn't running it. We don't even know that. They're not even household names. We got all this smoke for Elon because we know what he did. Who was behind who helped Biden come up with them damn electric charge stations all across the country that cost billions of dollars, that upped our deficit, that hurt other programs, all this money. And I don't even own an electric car. I don't benefit from that at all. Who was the rocket scientist that helped come up with these horrible ideas? We don't even know who they were. We don't even know. Pete Buttigieg what was he? Transportation Secretary. What's he do now? I don't even know. Who took his job? I have no idea. See, because when Democrats were, well, I know he don't have a job now but I don't know who, I don't even care. What did Pete do when he was Secretary of Labor, of Transportation? We had trains crashing. Nobody wanted to get him out. There were people actually died under Pete Buttigieg's tenure as, travel secretary, man. There were planes falling out the sky and trains crashing and towns being cordoned off, quarantined because of hazardous accidents. And Pete was out of touch. He was out to lunch. He wasn't even talking about it. You couldn't even find this guy. And nobody was upset. And nobody in liberal media came for his ass. And I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy, Johnson, because it's my job. Stop thinking you were working with the right part, the good guys. These people are bad, man. Look up what happened in, what was that, Pennsylvania, or was it Ohio? The train derailment. It's at the top of my tongue because it's a very popular, the city is a very common name. I don't know if that ever got fixed. Like, there were hazardous materials on those trains. And the trains are begging, like, we need more time off. We need more, more workers. We need more time off. You can't make us work like back to back to back. This is unsafe. And Biden was like, hell no, you can't strike. You got to go to work. And the transportation secretary was like, whatever Biden said. And then there was a big train derailment. And the whole city got messed up. And it just went away. Yo, all right. I forget the name of it. Somebody knows the name of the town. Just so people can look it up, guys. Who knows the name of the town, Johnson? That's it. East Palestine. East Palestine. I knew it was a popular. All right, thank you. Who said that? Give it up for Jorge and Chrome. And Revan. Revanche? Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Anyway, I'm going to keep it going, guys. And once again, guys, I know my audience is smart enough to realize it doesn't mean I think Elon's a great guy, because I don't. I don't think Elon's a great guy. I don't think Elon's a great guy. I don't think Elon is a great guy. What I'm saying is the Democrats aren't great either. That's all. All right, next. People need to know these things, man. They don't know. Watch corporate media. Okay, so let's get into this, guys. Look, I saw this video. Okay, so I've been looking at different types of content to do that's a little bit less totally politics. Like, I like doing political. Obviously, I'm into U.S. politics. That's what I cover mainly. But I also want to do some things that are culturally, and this is perfect. This is cultural. In fact, my next two stories will be cultural. So don't fall asleep. Check this out. Two of my favorite YouTubers. I don't even know if I want to call them that. Yeah, I'm going to say it. You understand sarcasm, right? The Hodge twins put out a video where they're caping for this kid on TikTok. And it just came to my attention. I saw there was some conversation about it. So I'm going to do something I rarely do, but I think it'll be effective today. I'm going to comment on somebody else's comment. Because I'm crazy like that. I'm crazy. I'm out of control, baby. Somebody hold me back. Hold me back. Hold me back. All right, check this out. This does not need much explanation because I think you're going to get the gist of what's going on here. Check it out. Hodge twins covered this, and now I'm covering it. Check it out.
Yeah, got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. So this dude did a TikTok video criticizing black people, and after that, his whole channel got banned. He must have been speaking a lot of truth in that video.
Okay, so this is BS. I'm not going to stop at that much, but I just got to let you know a lot of things that the Hodge twins say here are wrong. They didn't do any research. They didn't look up anything. And but we'll get to that. Let's go.
Yeah, got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. So this dude did a TikTok video criticizing black people, and after that, his whole channel got banned. He must have been speaking a lot of truth in that video. But before we get to today's video, don't forget, got a new giveaway. Turbo Ram 2500s, turbo diesel, $10,000 in cold hard American cash. Get in to win? Just go to officialhorsetwins.com. Anything you buy on the site, get you automatically in to win, like my damn good coffee.
You know what? I got to say this, man, because I want people to know I've been doing this for a very long time, right? At one point, me and Mrs. Black, we contacted Ram and we said, hey, we'd love to get sponsored, like, because I used to do a lot of man on the street stuff. I was really good at it in person, talking to people, doing content, right? I said, well, you know what I like to do? I get an SUV or a truck from Ram and then use that truck. And when I go to DC, when I go to Baltimore, when I go to New York, New Jersey, Delaware, when I go to these places and talk to people, I'll advertise their truck. I'll film some stuff on the road and we both win. I'll promote their vehicle, get the use of their vehicle, and, you know, this will be a win-win. And they told me, Tim Black, your content is too controversial. But they roll with the Hodge twins. Now, anybody who knows the Hodge twins know they do a lot of controversial content about black people. I do controversial content that criticizes those as I fight for black people. That makes me controversial. What they do to Ram, is not controversial. What I do is controversial. You're going to hear the twins complain a lot about how white people got it bad and black people got it so easy. So that's why this is relevant. The Hodge twins win because they talk about negatively about black people. That's why he said, this is going to be a good segment. Let's continue.
Flame blue t-shirts, anything on my site. Get you automatically in it to win. Check this guy out.
Realize that black people are the most annoyingly entitled people you'll ever serve. And
hey,
I'm not speaking on everyone, just my experience. I've never had a good one with black people. I worked at Waffle House for a full year, okay? I spent the first 6 months giving everybody a chance, treating everyone with the utmost respect. All right. And you know, the only people who didn't reciprocate that respect, black people. You know, the only people who were rude to me and didn't tip, black people. I have nothing against black people outside of my job, outside of serving. Yes, I love y'all. The culture is amazing. But when it comes to serving y'all and having to tend to your needs, you're very needy and you're very disrespectful when it comes to, you know, getting what you need.
Wait, stop it. He said the culture is amazing, but they don't tip. And they're rude and obnoxious to you. I wouldn't say that culture is amazing. I would say a detriment to our society. That's what I would say. Yeah. Well, you know what? When he's doing this video, he's like,
I noticed that when the Hodge twins are talking about black people, they talk about black people as they. Yeah, when the Hodge twins talk about black people, they talk about black people as they. Those people, when these black people. But when black people do this, I thought Hodge twins was like over 50% black. I wonder what white people would think of white people that talked about white people if they were over 50% white. I think that some of the people that like the Hodge twins really like them because they talk negatively about those people. I never trust black people that use black people in the third person, like as they, them. They don't like using pronouns for trans people, but they like using them when they talk about people that, black people, even black, like Jason Whitlock, when he talks about black people, he often say the black perspective, right? Whatever, conservative perspective. When Candace Owens talks about black people, he's not talking about herself. She'll never say my people. She'll say black people over there. That thing fell again, didn't it?
I can't come in too hard on him. Yeah, I'm a bump him up, then I'm gonna break him down slow. Yeah, but no, you just need to break him down.
Refill, you yell at me. You know what I'm saying? You yell at me and rush me to hurry up and get your food to you. And it's just a fact. You come to Waffle House expecting a home-cooked meal. And I'm not kidding. Everything had to be cooked a specific way. And when I had to deal with a family of 10 people and y'all all want specific meals, yeah, it gets hard. Yeah, it gets annoying, especially when on top of the fact that y'all all want special shit, y'all are also annoying. Y'all also want refills every 10 seconds. And you also leave me no tip. And I'm not kidding. I cried when I had to serve a family of black people. I did. And what, y'all think I'm gonna serve a whole family and not try to get a tip? Yeah, I tried. When it was a whole family, I tried to treat them the best as possible because I'm hoping, like, yes, I'll get a good tip maybe. But yeah, it just never happened. It never did. It never did. So yeah, I gave up. Yeah, I sure did. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like,
hey, kid, when I go out, and we go out to these restaurants, and when I come in, and then it's like I had my daughter and then her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is African, right? He's total black, right?
He's pure blood,
right?
He's a pure blood.
Now, I noticed, like, when we go out, like the waitresses, they look at us like, yeah, come over here, sit right here. I'm gonna say, I was like, why she treat me this way?
Yeah, because you don't get treated that way when you don't have the African with you, do you? Because you're not black, right? You're Mexicans.
And I always tip them good. And when I give them a tip, they be like, oh my God, thank you. Yeah, stereotypes are not given, they earned. Yeah.
like,
They delete his TikTok.
TikTok does.
For that video. You know what's crazy? You could be black and be the vile, disgusting racist. Nothing will happen to you. Like on all these black people on TikTok talking about Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, just in general. You embracing what he did, saying he did the right thing. Yeah, you could be vile, disgusting, just the epitome of racism. Nothing will happen to you. Yeah. You say any little critique about black folks, your video comes down. Yeah. He responds after he gets banned on TikTok.
Okay, so a little bit later, I'm going to play a video of somebody exposing the reality about this person who put this video out. You know, I'm not so sure that the Hodge twins were fooled. I think the Hodge twins see somebody running a grift that they run themselves. You know, when they cherry pick and make content about a video about a black person and it gets some 2 million views. You know, basically this kid did the same thing. The waiter or waitress, the waiter, this guy. Yeah. But we'll get to that. So don't leave. Don't, try to stick in there with us.
Don't feel bad. We got banned too. Like 30 times.
my TikTok account with 12,000 followers, 1 million views, and in one day, it just got banned. And it hurts. It hurts really bad, because I had a lot of money waiting for me in that account that I was depending on to pay for things that I need. But you know what? Instead of laying down and crying, because I really do want to cry, because it took me a long time to get 10,000 followers. It took me a long.
Now, we all know if it was a black person being theatrical like this, that the Hodge twins be making jokes. But I'm noticing they're not making any jokes. See, a lot of times when a racist, and there's a lot of racist Mexicans. We just heard, this is the reason why we go in the order that we go. We just heard one Latino guy breaking down how his people are very racist. They come from, they didn't even be around black people. And they just buy into the cultural, the stereotypical racist beliefs that people have given them from the media and from others. And I'm saying the Hodge twins try to say that they're comedians, though they don't do any jokes. They just act silly. Have any real jokes. They don't have really good time. Any no punchlines. They just, I don't know what they're doing. They used to take their shirts off and flex their muscles for views. And then they did some like Laurel Hardy, Three Stooges with only two of them. I don't know, it's weird. But the thing is, I always thought they died in a horrible coon accident. A couple of rakes on the stage and they just walk into them. Some shit like that. But it would be like a hole instead of a rake. But yeah, they hide behind it to say that they're comedians. But wouldn't comedians roast this guy for crying like this? Like blubbering, like basically, I'm sure he's got a GoFundMe set up at this point. Like these are just jokes. It's like you should be like, well, this is a GoFundMe video. I thought this is a rant. Oh, okay. So this is how you know that the Hodge twins, what they really are about.
And to ban me for some shit that y'all said wasn't against the guidelines. I made the same videos over and y'all swore it wasn't against the guidelines.
He said, I made the same videos over and y'all swore it wasn't against the guidelines. He made the same videos over and y'all swore it wasn't against the guidelines. Listen to what he said. I listened. He kept making the same video about black people in Tippett over and over. That's what got him banned. The Hodge twins don't listen well. It's like it got tortillas in their ears. Some maize is in their eardrums. They're not listening. He said that he kept doing the same. He didn't just put up a video that was critical and said they don't tip, man, and walk off. He kept doing the same. He kept poking the same bear in the ass like this because it gave him views. 1 million views in 24 hours. He did the same video like 10 times. That's what got him flagged, and that's what got him knocked out. It wasn't one video. Anybody with any sense knows you don't do one video and get your channel deleted. Let's keep going.
And you're gonna ban me for the same video, and it just doesn't make sense to me, bro.
You're gonna ban me for the same video. And look at the Hodge twins. Look at them. Nothing to say. Not stopping. Nothing to express. These are racist scumbags. And not very funny. And worse than that, they're unethical. Yeah, man, there are a lot of people who don't like black people. But they're ethical. I don't think Bill Riley's a big fan of the blacks. Let's keep going, Josh. Why did I say Bill O'Reilly? I don't think Don Lemon likes black people all that much either. Tim Walz, Kamala Harris. I don't think these people like black people that much, really.
It's like, now I have to make a whole nother account and do this again. Like, what the
That's what happened when you talk about black people. Yeah, we had a count. It was what? We had 2 million. Yeah. Then we had a second one. It got over 1 million. Gone. Now
because they did the same thing he did. See, shitting on black people will get you a lot of views because America, we're the most hated group in America. It's not Jewish people. They just had the most power that when they're hated, the swiftest backlash comes with teeth. But if you shit on black people, you can be Charleston White. Damn, I didn't mean to say that. Because I don't want to give it away. But if you criticize black people, if you go in on black people enough, you will develop an audience. Very easy. Come on, guys. The black conservative perspective is not talented. Come on, man. He talked like this. First of all, I mean, come on. He don't even comb his hairline's jacked up. He don't even comb the back of his neck. These are not. There's no quality to his videos. Like these people, they're only big because they go after the lowest comment, the group that's hated the most gets them the most views. It's either that or LGBTQ. But if you go after LGBTQ, you don't have to do 10 videos. You could do 3. Let's keep going, Johnson. This is good. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today.
We had 2 million followers. Gone. Yeah. Then we started another account. I think we got up to 600. Yeah. Gone. Yeah. I got one that is 260. They kept removing up. I just gave up. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, why even bother? They're going to delete it. I put comments down to get deleted on TikTok. I leave a comment. You are such a clown. It gets removed. Okay, you can't call people clowns. That's violence. Well, they call me clowns all the time, and nothing happens to them. Well, people on the left. Well, we're clowns. You didn't know that? We're the clowns.
Now, you two literally are clowns. Literally.
And it's like, I always say,
man, if you are comedians, you're supposed to be roasting this guy up here with the waterworks. You don't really believe this, do you? No jokes at all? None? Nothing? No digs, no roasting, nothing? You like a reverse Carrot Top sitting up in this motherfucker crying. I don't care if he's 20 or 19. Yo, punk ass off the internet. Go home. Go cut some lawns. Pool boy, go do something else. Go flip burgers. This life ain't for you. Roast his ass. Nothing. Not comedians. Can't even be comedians. Can't do that.
Minor setbacks, major comebacks. I'm going to come back harder and stronger than ever. It just sucks, you know?
He said the N-word, so he's probably mixed. Yeah, he's definitely biracial. You ain't one of them. Yeah, you're not one of them.
He said you're not one of them, see? He said you're not one of them. I'm only re-emphasizing because I'm tired of people saying, the twins is black. They're not. These are Mexicans. They're Blexicans. They're Blaxicans. They hate black people too.
You only about half. Yeah. You only about half sub-Saharan. They'll never accept you. Yeah. Even when you said that word, it didn't even come off like it was you. You're trying to put on this facade like that you're black. You're a biracial black guy. Yeah. You're a biracial white guy. The only people that really think you're black is white supremacists. I can see them. Look at his hair. Yeah. Look how curly it is.
Even when they're trying to be funny, it's not about him. It's about something else. See? This is what they do when they protect their own.
Yeah, he's got that sub-Saharan in him. Yeah, I bet his nuts is black. Hey, wait a minute. I was going to say something, man. You cut me off and said something stupid. Look at his hair. Look, black people, when they look at you, they don't see a black man. I'm telling you, I speak from experience. Yeah. And I'm 56 sub-Saharan, and my hair is not as nice as yours.
And they're twins, so they're both 56 sub-Saharan. And guess what? They hate themselves. I bet you in their family, they were considered N-words. It's a reason why they treat black people the way they do and make content. Other than the fact they're greedy bastards with no ethics. It is very lucrative to talk, to disrespect, just denigrate, to dog out black people on the internet. It's very, very lucrative.
Yeah. I got a little curl going, but you got the curls for the girl. Got the light eyes, got the light skin. Man, I'm telling you, could pull some white women. People don't see you as black. I don't see you as black. You just biracial. Stop trying to be black. Just be you.
Yeah, I don't see you as black either.
Yeah, you're biracial. Yeah.
I don't see you as funny either, but you know.
Took me years to get to 10,000, bro. Years. And it's banned. And one day, just like that, just banned. Like, what the f is it? Like, banned, like, permanently? It can't be banned for a week or something, like, permanently? And I have to start all the way over?
Yeah. Yeah, sugar. You got to start all the way over, sugar tits. That's right, Sparky. You got to start all the way over. What's that guy was on the Simpsons with the crazy hair? I forget his name, man. Yeah, you got to start all the way over. Cool Hand Luke. That's not his name. Got to start all the way over. Spaghetti head. Yep. Ratatouille, you got to start all the way over.
I really just want to lay down and just cuddle up in my room and just die. Like, I want to die. Because this was the only future I saw.
Whose car is that you're in? You're in a car. Whose car is that?
For myself.
He's like late teens. Yeah. He's young. He's young. He thinks the world's going to end. But it's not.
And they just threw my whole account away. I had so much money.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Go work for it. You didn't work for it. You just dumped on black people and got racists to follow you. That's it. It's not work. Anybody could do it. A monkey could do it. That's why you were able to do it.
For me in that account.
Yeah, that sub-Saharan coming out of you now. I can see that sub-Saharan. You can see that lack of violence. Yeah, that lack of impulse control. I can see that sub-Saharan. That white man trying to suppress it as much as can, but that Negro is coming out of you. Yeah, follow you need to start a YouTube channel. You got a chance. TikTok, that is straight communism. You can't post anything critical of black folks. You can't criticize the LGBTQ, black folks, especially the LGBTQ. You get on there and criticize white people all you want. You probably get 1 million followers over there. If you was a black supremacist, you have 10 million followers right now.
If the consequences of my...
Okay, so we just heard everything that the Hodgkins had to say. They had to dump, like they couldn't understand that maybe this guy is not telling the truth. But they believed him. Why they believe him? Because he wasn't black. Yeah, they believe you. The Hodgkins, no spotty senses when it comes to people that are light-skinned, the mixologist. No, fellow Mexican. I don't know. I really don't know what he is. But yeah, no situational awareness, no IQ, no EQ, no nothing. Because, well, he wasn't black enough. If that was a black person, they would have been up to the garbage. Like, I wonder if this guy's telling the truth. Is he out on parole? What's happening? How many baby mamas does he have? He's probably got a couple of DUIs. And probably got some PPP loan fraud going on. Like, they would have come up with all types of stuff, but not with this guy. That's because he's racist, and so are the people that like them. But then I ran across this video from this young man, and he's going to do all the things and say all the things.
actions was a person, Dre Phenom would be the living embodiment of this. So let me tell you about this person. This guy had over 12,000 followers, but he was getting his followers by rage baiting. He was saying all his black customers are ghetto, they are the worst people he serves, and he was doubling down on it because he was getting views and engagement from it. But the issue is when you're baiting for engagement, you may end up being banned. And this is exactly what happened to this person. And now you see he went from 12,000 followers to 88 followers. And ever since then, he's been making video after video, acting like, oh, this shit don't affect me. If I did it once, I'll do it again. But
see what I'm saying? Look how many, just like there's 5 videos as you can see of this kid who said he was a server, which we don't even know if it's true if he worked at Waffle House. Could have just made that up. He made 5 videos, the same thing, complaining about getting his page taken down. He did the same thing before. He did rage bait videos about black people, all 5 videos about black people, and tipping. Just like he just did with this. Over and over to feed the algorithm. Same topic. Dumping on one particular group the whole time. So, this guy, like, I'm glad that, so, took me all of 5 minutes to find this video explaining everything in the guy's strategy that the Hodge twins don't have to look up, because why would you care? It's just black people.
And this is exactly what happened to this person. And now you see he went from 12,000 followers to 88 followers. And ever since then, he's been making video after video acting like, oh, this shit don't affect me. If I did it once, I'll do it again. But then in the next video, he's crying like a fucking bitch. And it's because of the consequences of your own fucking actions. And the fact that you're a mixed person and you're out here making content trying to tear down black people or black customers, you deserve to lose your fucking page. And seeing you cry about it and try and make content to get back to where you were, you showed who the fuck you were and people ain't fucking with it. Now you gotta deal with the consequences of your fucking actions.
Oh, yeah. And this is exactly, well, first of all, yeah. That's perfect. I just want to point out, this is exactly what the Hodge twins do. It's exactly what they do. Look at their video count when they talk about politics, which they know nothing about. And look at their video count when they talk about black people. And every once in a while, they go back talking to black people because that's what keeps the lights on. That's where the money comes from. That's the money shot right there. It's called rage bait. And that's why they got so many followers, because the followers can't stand black people. So as long as you just keep doing that, there's an audience. It's just like if you were looking for, if you talked about the Los Angeles Lakers, you dogged out the Los Angeles Lakers. That's a very popular team to hate. A lot of people are fans of the Dallas Cowboys. Very popular team. There are people all over the country who hate those people because they're also liked, but they're also hated. If this kid would have been trashing, I don't know, Indian folks, no, he would have got nothing. He wouldn't have got 1 million views. If the Hodge twins were dumping on, I don't know, Ukrainians, nothing would happen for them. It's all a strategy. It's all a scheme. That's all it is. What I found funny about it, man, made me want to do this video, is there are people that actually think the Hodge twins are talented. They're not. Anybody who does rage bait against black people will end up with a lot of followers. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. Yeah, that's it. So that's what I wanted to cover, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And here goes my part 2 to that. Here goes my part 2 to that. Okay, I gotta do this, man. Let me see if I can add this, man, because this is it. Now, I can only hope, because unfortunately, I think there may be some music in this video, if I remember correctly. But before we do that, guys, if you're going to celebrate Juneteenth, do me a favor. Go to this website. You ready? Soft, warm, classic.com. That's soft, warm, classic.com. Go there and check out their Juneteenth attire, apparel, and other stuff. They got other stuff too. They help support this channel, so I'm promoting them through the Juneteenth. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, pick up something from softwarmclassic.com. And yeah, rock out with your Juneteenth stuff. What else? I got anything else? Oh yeah, my mug. Once again, the Tim Black Show mug. Here we go. Go to timblackmug.com. $20 to your door. $20 for a 10 black mug. Very useful, very sturdy, good stuff. Microwave, dishwasher, hot cocoa, hot toddy, whatever you drink it. You know what I'm saying? Even drink whiskey out of that if you want to. That's what I would know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's just jump right in this one, Johnson. Here goes the good one. And as I said before, it's very lucrative. It's very lucrative to dump on black people. It's an industry. In fact, so much money is made off black people, it's ridiculous. You know, the Democratic Party and all these, they make so much money pretending like they're trying to help black people. And then, yeah, that's what they do. They pretend like they're trying to help black people. They start organizations, their cousins open nonprofits, they get contracts. It's sort of money laundering, basically, is what it's doing. U.S. aid organization did a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like a whole industry just pretending to help black people. Garbage. Same thing holds true when it comes to rage bait. But the new phenomenon, guys, and this, it's not new, but the one I want to talk to, what I want to focus on, I can't say it's new, is black people doing it. You know, like Charleston White, Anton Daniels, Candace Owens. She did it for a long time. She got so big, she tapped out of. Candace Owens got so big, she wanted to modulate her message because, you know, it was lucrative play for her. But then you don't want to be pigeonholed. Maybe she sees herself as doing major things, and you're not going to be able to do that. Even Tommy Lauren had to get out of the straight dumping on black people, so she went to the Breakfast Club today, and Charlamagne welcomed her in. Because just like they did Candace Owens, someone really cares about black people. It's all business. Anyway, the point is, one of the things I want to talk about is how much black people are doing this. Black people are playing into this same thing. They feel like, hey, if everybody else going to pick up money dissing black people, why shouldn't some black people pick up some money dissing black people? Case in point, check this out.
That building? Why wouldn't you go against these niggas today?
Wow, I didn't know it was playing. Jesus Christ. Why is he so damn loud, man? That's another thing. That's a sign of him. All right.
They not building? Why wouldn't you go against these niggas today?
I'm sorry, guys. I forgot his language is horrible. He's horrible. People that say, oh, Charleston's right about some things. That's because you were drunk at the time.
They not building nothing. They destroying every woman they lay with.
Yeah, he says a lot of things that aren't making any sense. And if you respond to it, it just makes you an idiot. But I had to, because that's why he's doing it. It's called rage bait. Can it be any more transparent that that's what he's doing? You don't see what he's doing? He's literally raging about black men not taking care of black women, when what he mostly does is diss black women in his content. Well, let's keep going, Johnson.
They disrespect every woman they sleep with, homie.
Who is they? Who he talking about? I know a lot of black guys who love black women and don't disrespect black women at all. What type of black people do he hang out with? There aren't white men that disrespect white women. There aren't Latinos that disrespect Latino women. There aren't Asians. There aren't Indians from India or from, I don't know, anywhere in the, world that disrespect. I think they do. They got Sharia law and shit. But this guy's talking about black men are notoriously disrespectful to one black woman, and that's maybe on TikTok. It's goofy.
Why you want to be on their side?
Why do you want to be on their side? Symbolizing what side is he on? I'm not saying you got to be on black people's side, but what side is he on if he's not on black people's side?
I don't love nothing about black culture. I'm 46 years old, my nigga.
He's 46 years old. He can barely talk. This is what happens when you when you got popular off of dumping on black people, and then somebody push back on you and you get mad. They make you feel bad for like a second for rising up, mainly, almost completely, selling your soul. You found a way to make money. Charleston White was a broke-ass dude on the internet. Couldn't make any money doing anything that was positive because that's what he was doing originally. Then he figured out if he dumped on black people, which is a very easy tell, he figured out the Hodge twins. That's it. Case closed. He figured out what the Hodge twins figured out, which is the same thing Tommy Sotomayor figured out, which is if you shit on black people, cheat code. It's nothing like, it's not a mystery. White people have been doing this since the beginning of time. He discovered it like he find, Ozempic. No, my fool, it's just don't eat Big Macs. Stop eating. That's how simple it is to figure out the cheat code. You dump on black people, you get viewers. If you do it a certain way, if you black, you even get black viewers. That's what he stumbled into. That's what makes him a little different.
I can't think of nothing in life that black people can be proud of in 46 years.
Being here. That's very simple. So if you talk to anybody with any intelligence who can also be comedic and have good timing, not to, toot my own horn, but I do have that. I could tell you, just being alive, just being the most financially advanced of all black people on the planet, like as a group. You go to Nigeria, you'll see some rich Nigerians, but 90% of Nigerians are broke as hell. I did a breakdown about all the other African countries and how those people in those countries can't touch our GDP in America for black Americans. You would know that if you looked up stuff, Charleston. So yeah, I can push back on you, fam. But why? I mean, in this video I am, only because you caught me on the right day. You know what I'm saying? You rage baiting, and you're doing the cheapest, laziest way to make money for a black man.
We ain't done one goddamn thing that we can be proud of. And say
we've done a lot of things to be proud of. Many things. Many things to be proud of. But I'm gonna ask you this: what have white people done that you would compare us to say that we don't have anything to be proud of? We over incarcerated. Everybody in America is over medicated. A lot of us live in food deserts, and our schools get shut down indiscriminately. Because of discrimination, we don't have the tax base to have the best schools in our neighborhoods. We got all these things against us, but yet still, we're very entrepreneurial. Black people are more entrepreneurial than white people. Black women start more business than any other group of people in the country. These are things that's off the top of the head I know. You don't know any of this stuff, and you're going to yell and spit and drop the N-word like every other sentence, spitting and cussing and being hyper pissed off, and don't know anything, and you're almost 50, Johnson? You are almost 50. You just put out misinformation upon misinformation because, guys, it's a cheat code. And some black people were in the comments like, he really meant that. Look how angry he was. He was about to cry. You make me want to cry because you are that gullible. And you do no research. You don't look up anything. You just, come on, man. Let's keep going.
hey, I'm black and I'm proud. Not one thing.
The fact that you're from a group of people that were basically demoralized, systemically demoralized for 400 years, and somehow stayed as a viable entity that in that environment was able to with all the laws against us, all the laws against us. And then when they said they was helping us, it was actually helping their women. It was actually, affirmative action was actually helping their women who were married to white guys. 90% of the time, 93% of the time, white women marry white guys. Then they did the same thing with DEI. And we survived all of that. And you say, what have we done? He doesn't even count his very own existence as surviving in the environment. And if you're a black person, you don't understand the miraculous wonder that black people are even a thing. Like the fact we're even a thing in this country, man, then you done missed the boat totally. You like don't know anything about blackness, about Black America, about America. You know nothing. If you don't ever sit back and go, damn, how the hell did we survive this shit? If you don't do that, if you looking over at white people who run this mofo with all the resources, and you think, why are we doing like that? What's wrong with that? If that's all, if you 50 and that's all you know how to do, then you missed the boat. And I know I got the Jason Whitlock conservatives. You know, we got the Officer Tatum, who was a cop for 3 years. And he been more of a cop on YouTube than he's been in his real life, and just used that his whole career. Not charismatic, not funny, not interesting, nothing. But just dump on black people every other video. All right, just keep going. I'm sorry. It's just true. And maybe some truth bombs will resonate and penetrate. Maybe some of Charleston White's fans will come here and think about it. That they're being used and they're being, gullible.
Nigga, for the longest, I was hollering, I was Mexican on the inside.
Yeah, he hates himself. He said he wished he was Mexican. We just heard Mexicans say, what the Mexicans say? Mexicans don't like black people. They were taught by their media. Their Fox News and MSNBC is Univision. And if you watch Univision, it's going to teach you black people are inferior. They're dangerous. That they are less than. And he says he wished he was them. That should be it. We should just be able to be like, you should just be like, hey, nothing, you should never take anything he says seriously about black people. Laugh at him, he a clown. Laugh at him if you want to. Very funny, Charleston. Good joke. But for anything serious, no. Because he's not serious about anything. He's not a serious person. He cannot be, just because they put music behind him doesn't make him serious. You just heard a Mexican say on this show how they are raised and feel about black people. And he wants to be them. He said it.
Not one thing. Nigga, for the longest, I was hollering, I was Mexican on the inside. I eat Mexican food, I fuck Mexican. I ain't date black women for 15 years.
He just said that black people don't do nothing but disrespect black women. You talking about yourself. That's who you was talking. Now I figured it out. You are talking about you. Right? Right? I get it now. Self-hate. It's a mother.
I hung with Mexicans. I watch how Mexicans bury one another. I watch how Mexicans trust me to come to their house because they know I ain't gonna try to sleep with their woman.
You know, because they would kill your ass. That's why they would cut you up and put you in little pieces and plant you in the garden, MS-13 style. That's why you wouldn't do it. But you would do it to a black person who did that to you, open their door like that. You would try to get at this girl, right? Because you hate black people, which is what you're demonstrating in this video. You'll hate for yourself and you hate for other black people. And what's bothers me is that there's a younger black man here in this video who looks like he's taking in what Charleston is saying. He doesn't have the experience to know that Charleston is full of shit. And if he's not full of shit, that's even worse, because that makes him dumb, like a blind man with a gun. You seen that video with the monkey? It was somewhere in Africa, they had like an M16 and gave it to the monkey, and the monkey got the gun and he almost killed everybody. That's Charleston White. He's a blind man with a gun. And he heard a noise in the dark. You don't want that guy having a gun, Johnson.
The loyalty and respect that I got amongst Mexicans, homie. Nigga, I used to be jealous, man. My people can't do this.
They didn't respect you. They didn't respect you, Charleston. They didn't. How could you respect somebody who doesn't? Only because you probably shitted on black people around them. Yeah, that's probably what it was. If you felt they respected you, it was because you perpetrated the same animosity towards black people as they did. And you made it even more acceptable for them to be that way. And when you co-signed their racial bias against black people, they was like, oh, we like him. He's our Negro. He may be black. He may be a ninja, but he our ninja. It's sort of like how white people see Candace Owens and Officer Tatum and John Whitlock. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. But if you ever say, oh, no, I don't rock with that anymore, and if they ever were able, when they said the N-word around you, which I'm sure they did, if you ever checked them on it, if you ever stood up for black people in their presence, they drop you like a cold tamale. You know what I'm saying? They drop you like a flat El Negro. You know what I'm saying? Dos Equis. I don't know. Whatever beer, I forget. You know what I'm saying? All right. Cervece. Yeah.
No, homie, I don't like this shit. I'm ashamed to be a black man.
There it is. And we got black people watching this. We got black people watching this, young black men watching this, who need a counter to this. And I don't mean that. What's that young dude that be riding the Democrats? I don't mean those. I don't mean that them dudes that be just preaching the Democrat gospel and doing that because that's their lane and that's where they want to get their money. No, I don't mean that. But I mean, you got to counter this because look at this young man at the bottom here. It's like he's seeing the light. It's us. There's something wrong with us. It's a problem. We have young black men who don't know about life, who are learning from Charleston White. They'll think what's wrong with black people is black people. Not what was done to black people, not what is done to black people, but black people themselves. And to think that is to be anti-black.
Proud man. But nigga, when we go to grouping together, I'm ashamed.
You should be ashamed of putting that video out. You should be ashamed of misleading black people. You should be ashamed of many things, Charleston, but you should not be ashamed of your skin color. Be ashamed of your lack of understanding of your misleading of people just for make a couple bucks. You should be ashamed of that. But don't be ashamed of your color, bro. The fact that you would even say that says you don't need an audience. And I know the algorithm gives you one, cuz, like I said, man, to dump on black people is a cheat code. But what good is the cheat code when it's readily available? But the only thing is you got to give your soul up to use it. So you are soulless, loud, misinformation, weirdo. All right. Last thing I want to cover, man, we almost done, Josh. We're almost done. Let me know in the comment section, fam. Last thing, I had this in the title. Man, y'all know Smokey Robinson is suing the women that are suing him. I get delirious. Look, guys, I wanted to get to this. I don't have the strength. I gotta look, man. Smokey Robinson is suing the people that are suing him. I'm gonna get to it in another. We gonna get to it, just not right now. Not tonight. My bad. I had it in the title. I was like, I gotta cover that. Oh, damn. But I wanted to get to that Charleston White because it just felt like tonight is a good night for Charleston White because I was already talking about Mexicans and he's bringing up Mexicans, and then I had the Hodge twin Mexicans, and you know what I'm saying? It's like it's Mexican night on the Tim Black Show. All right, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's real important, man. I'm gonna try to jump in my comments and see if we can reach anybody. Do I see people? Yo. Yo, anybody? I want to thank everybody that supports the Tim Black Show, man. I don't know why StreamYard hasn't got this stuff right. But I agree with the information. The informant media. Yeah, that's right. Charleston White is on the inside. It's just people looking for an explanation to why Black people are where we are. And if you listen to conservative media, right, it'll tell you it's Black people. So, and if you listen to the left, they'll tell you it's white conservatives. But it's not white conservatives by themselves. It's also white liberals and Black liberals. It's the system. It's not. So that's my beef with the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not an ideology that has done this to Black people. Both Democrats was the claim, baby. So that can't be the solution. So yeah, I got a problem with both sides of this argument. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Catherine says we don't like or love him either. Some of us do. And I'm trying to pull some of them into the light, because if they think Charleston White is going to give them information that's going to help us, it's a cheat code. He has found a way for him to get money. And as a person who makes content, I've been making content for several years. I know what it's like to be stuck in the things not working out or whatever. And then you realize, oh, this works. You're in a dilemma. You got to decide what's more important. Is it more important for me to make this money, or do I got to keep my integrity? And folks, Charleston White decided money was more important. That's the age-old question for Black people. White people, by and large, don't have to make that judgment call. See, they don't have to say integrity. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not from a group that's been oppressed. So there's nothing to fight for, the individuals. So Black people cannot look at themselves and look at white people and say, because we're not the same. I know people want to say that. I know, I understand, I get it. You want to call. I know that's not the same thing. The history is different. The reality is different. It's different. It's okay to be different. It just is. It's not your fault. It's different. It's not my fault. It's different. I didn't make the U.S. government. I didn't make their laws. I didn't make them not give us the 40 acres in the mule. Right? 40 acres in the mule. Then our parents would have dealt with this, and we'd be on another. We'd be doing other things. They could have gave us the GI Bill on the same numbers they gave them to white people. They didn't. We fought in the war. Why didn't they give us the GI Bill? So that we could have an opportunity to build lives like they did. Instead, they say, well, if you are a domestic worker or a farmhand, you don't get it. And that was the industries that we were in. 95% of us were in those industries. Because they wouldn't allow us to do anything else. So, it would still get conservative Blacks who I don't know why they don't look this stuff up. I'm convinced that most of the online people, they know. It's just a hustle. And they decided they're only on this earth for a short amount of time. They'd rather spend it in nice cars, going to nice restaurants, you know what I'm saying, and going on nice vacations. Damn other people, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's sort of like what Democrats do too. Don't get it twisted. Democrats and liberals do the same thing. So yeah. But every once in a while, you run into people that have a little bit more ethics. They standing on something, and they're about something. So I want to thank y'all for caring about that, man. I want to thank everybody who cares about that and respects that position and realize it's not for the money. You don't do this for the money. You don't stand on business for the money. You stand on business because that's your business. That's handling your business. And yeah, not for cowards or opportunists and scammers. All right, guys, that's all I got, man. We are good. Thank you, Informant Media. White can only be taken seriously on April 1st. There it goes, my brother. Yo. No doubt. Man, I'm sure I missed some other people that came through, man, who may have supported the channel. If I have, I apologize. Thank you for being here for the show. Look, tomorrow I'm going to sit down, have a long-form conversation with my brother, Van Lathan. All right? So, yeah. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. It's pre-taped. It's going to be out Sunday. I'm going to put out the full conversation with Van Lathan Sunday to my paying members of the Tim Black Wolfpack. It's going to be an interesting conversation. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to get it in. It's going to be dope. It's going to world premiere to the public on Friday. Become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack by going to jointimblack.com. You can also join right here on YouTube. All right? So I look forward to that. Shout out to the Tim Black Wolfpack. Shout out to Black Mamba. We wish you well. We're pulling for you. Shout out to Buck Beauty for moderating as well. Thank you to all the people that keep the lights on around this joint. Thank you, Wolfpack. You the best. You the best. Yeah. Now remember, like I always say, don't you let anybody take your cornbread. Definitely not them Hodge Mexican twins. And enough wrong with being Mexican if that's what you are. Enjoy. Be a real one. And shout out to Charleston. I wish I was Mexican white. And yeah. And look, guys, it's all good. Anyway, look, and like I always say, where are my ladies at? Where are my ladies? There they go. Love you.